Hey there, Reverend Sully, Eric O'Sullivan, ordained on the internet. The caveat, as always, please do not burn your hands holding on to my hot takes. If you do, well, that's on you, pal. Usually once a week, I like to go through my star fleet of Eagle Moss Star Trek, original Star Trek, none of this new Trek, but my Eagle Moss star fleet of assembled Starfleet vessels. But today I'm going to do something a little bit different. A celebration of real Trek, original Trek. None of that new Trek BS. None of it. And I want to put a shout out, first and foremost, to 3 different YouTube creators and people that I talk with. And they've been a big influence on me and a big inspiration as a Star Trek fan. Firstly, my liege, DOOMCOCK. Yes, DOOMCOCK. Yep, yes, this guy right here. Yes, huge Star Trek fan. When I heard him do the E Plebnista speech from episode 2, season 2, episode 3, the Omega Glory from the original series in the Shatner voice, that's when I bent the knee and became one of Lord Doomcock's minions. That's right. Also to Clobberin Times and to Raquel Briggs, RM Briggs. They have a Saturday Star Trek Love Fest. You should be, I'll put the link in the description. But tune into them. They're into real Trek. We've had a lot of good conversations about Trek, and I love listening to them concerning real Star Trek. None of that fake new Trek. No secret outhouse. No bad reboot. So much so that Clobby and Rock, they inspired me to do something I've always wanted to do. Buy all the real Star Trek. So let's take a few moments and show you what I got, because the last piece of my puzzle arrived the other day. So we're going to start off with the 50th anniversary Star Trek complete box set. I got this for a really, really good price on Amazon a few months back. This contains the original series, the animated series. I love the animated series. You have no idea. I grew up watching Star Trek in reruns. I knew Star Trek before I knew Star Wars. I grew up a foot away from the television. And Star Trek, the original series, and Star Trek, the animated series, were huge parts of my growing up. And so yeah, this is mine. Look at this great slipcover with the with the shimmer effect of the transporter. Isn't that cool? And well, this contains the entire original series, the entire animated series, and all the TOS movies. 1979's The Motion Picture, Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, Star Trek III, The Search for Spock, Star Trek IV, The Undiscovered Country, Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, and Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, and then Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country. And this was worth every penny, and it is the foundation and keystone to my Trek collection. Moving on to Star Trek: The Next Generation. I was in middle school and high school when this came out, and this was one of my favorite shows of that time. It's a really good show. It's sci-fi at some of its finest, using allegory as a very potent storytelling mechanism. This was I would tape this every Saturday. I would diligently edit out the commercials. You could tell when the commercial break was coming. I was that good. And this was just a great series. It was good. It was great to be part of this. And this is just, it just fills me with joy to have this. I got it on DVD because it was a little less expensive. Then comes Star Trek Deep Space Nine. This just came out, and I just received this. This was the last part of my puzzle. As you can see, I got Deep Space Nine and the Defiant. Deep Space Nine was such an interesting show. I think it really also shows the change in tone when it comes to Star Trek. After the passing of Gene Roddenberry, it changed tonally. We went from allegory and deep sci-fi to a more action-adventure oriented feel with with specifically the Dominion War. And yeah, you could totally see the sea change in Star Trek and here in Deep Space Nine. Yet I feel as though it ended very strongly, and it has some of the most important episodes of the entire original Trek. I also got Voyager. I was never the biggest fan of Voyager. You know, I haven't seen every episode. I know this. I'll tell you that much. But I will. I'm going on to it. I'm going to watch the entire show. And I loved the finale of this. The finale was quite impressive. And yeah, Janeway's sacrifice for Seven of Nine and Chakotay's relationship. Have they even mentioned Chakotay in Star Trek Picard? I don't know. You tell me. I don't watch that filth. Moving on to the Next Generation movies. We got them all here. Saw them all at the movie theater. I loved... Well, I don't know if anyone really loved Generations. It was an interesting, moody piece. It really, tried to do something. I mean, who was pleased with Kirk's death? I mean, but we are seen with the irony or the cleverness that Kirk should have died on the bridge, but he died with the bridge on him. There's got to be some kind of sublime in-joke there. I really, really liked Star Trek First Contact. That was fun. And I love seeing new ships. And we got our first glimpse of the Enterprise E. When it comes to... what was that one on the ground there? Insurrection. Yeah, that one. That one was like a giant episode. And it should have been an episode. I mean, I don't think the story-wise that was quite worthy enough to be a motion picture. And then Nemesis, which was had its problems, but it introduced the world to Tom Hardy, the actor. There is a great thing on YouTube. It's Tom Hardy and Sir Patrick Stewart, at a reading in Tom Hardy's audition. And so it's basically Tom Hardy throwing Patrick Stewart back at Pat Stewart. And it's really good. I mean, to see Tom Hardy's audition footage of Nemesis makes Nemesis... It's better than Nemesis, in my humble opinion. But, and then, to finish off the collection of Real Trek, I've got Star Trek Enterprise. Again, I haven't seen every episode of this. When this came out, I was in my early 20s, and I had life to get, living. I had girlfriends. I had very good friends to hang out with, and we spent the majority of our time doing that, going out, hanging out. And but this was interesting. I got this 3-pack of Blu-rays for about $30, and I got season 4 on DVD. Really nice packaging, by the way, too, for about $25. So altogether, I paid about a little less than $60 for the entire series. I don't care if it's disjointed, like media-wise or media, yeah. But I got the whole thing. So yeah, I have. Don't fall down. No. Here we go. So I have the entire Star Trek series that matter. I do not watch NuTrek. I will not watch NuTrek. How am I supposed to want to watch NuTrek? I was blocked by Star Trek CBS All Access, therefore Star Trek at Paramount Plus. I mean, isn't you know how off-putting that is? Because I disagreed with the direction that they're taking, and I wasn't even vulgar about it. Well, I did say that they were torture porn, especially Picard, because it's very gruesome. I mean, you could once put a child in front of Star Trek. You can't say that anymore. I mean, it's too graphic. I mean, Star Trek is not a safe space for children. How is that even possible? It blows my mind. And then also that I'm literally not welcome. And that NuTrek fans are so possessive over what they're trying to create there. And, that they're immune to criticism. What would Spock say about the scientific method and about being immune to criticism? I mean, seriously, NuTrek just is not real Trek. It's a 25% different intellectual property to try to reap from those benefits, which they haven't and they won't. And, but good on ya, as Will Wheaton once told me. Yeah, Will Wheaton. Yeah. Yeah, Will Wheaton. God, I like that guy. I mean, he got me into therapy. Seriously, his blog back about 10 plus years ago. I mean, but Will, if you see this, remember, don't be a dick. Yeah, I mean, you've forgotten your own prime directive, buddy. But, hey, I mean, bad on you. Seriously, Will. I mean, I'm not going to get into the dogpiling of hate on you. You actually helped me. And you got back to me on a tweet one day when I shared my blog with you about your impact on me. And you literally said, good on you, pal. Or good on you, man. You did. And I appreciate that. I really do. And I appreciate your impact on me. But also, I do, yeah, the less said, the better. But yeah, so that's my Star Trek take of the week. Instead of an Eagle Moss, I'm showing you my entire Star Trek collection. I have the original series, the animated series, all 6 original movies, Next Generation, the Next Generation movies, Deep Space Nine. I'm so looking forward to rewatching Deep Space Nine. Voyager. I'm looking forward to filling in all the blanks that I missed out on the first time around. And same with Star Trek Enterprise. Compared to what we're getting today, there's probably not a bad episode in the lot. There are some clunkies. Some clunky... McClunky? No, wrong universe. There are probably some stinkers and clunkers in the mix here. But compared to what we're getting with the new Trek, Secret Outhouse, and Bad Reboot, the 735, the real Trek. It's 1966 to 2005. And I want to thank DOOMCOCK, I want to thank Clobberin Times, and I want to thank Rock, R.M. Briggs. Live long and prosper, my friends. E plebnista. We the people. This matters to the Yangs and the Kongs, or it doesn't matter at all. And that's something that NuTrek is ignoring on purpose. Yeah, I mean, good on you. I mean, I don't even want to like this new stuff. It's that bad. It's yeah. And thank you so very much for tuning in. IDIC, an infinite diversity is infinite combinations. Star Trek had a very major influence on my life, the way I think, and who I am as a person, the fiber of my being. And that's all I got to say for today. Give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of content. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let's continue this conversation. And give me a subscribe if you can. I am an ordained minister, an amateur theologian. I do the Sunday sermon where I say, let's get spiritual. And I'm also a professional chef. What I want to do is share with you restaurant level hacks so you can produce delicious, nutritious, and beautiful food for you and your family to break at your dinner table. Eating with family and friends should never be taken for granted. And thank you so very much. I love Star Trek. I hope you love Star Trek too. And that's all I got to say for today. Cheers. Do, 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 do. See ya.